I get why Garoppolo's got youth on his side. I get it. But I just want to reduce this to next season. I think next season, Tony Romo has more value than Jimmy Garoppolo. If I'm a team out there that's all in on next season and trying to win a Super Bowl, I know he's injury prone. I know he's at the end of his career. But the other guy has a 2-game resume. I'm going to bet on the guy with a 10, 12-year resume. And if he goes to the right situation where he doesn't have to take a lot of hits, Tony Romo I would rather bet on him helping me win a Super Bowl than a kid with a 2-game resume.
What's amazing to me is that people are willing, the conversation about trading, whether it's a number 1 draft pick or whatever it is,
no one should.
He's played 2 games. And if Bill Belichick is willing to trade someone that could be considered a franchise quarterback, and he has the most information of anybody on that player as a human being, as practice, as all those things, you better beware.
I keep saying the same thing,
Coach. He's
Coach.
willing to make that deal with a 39-year-old quarterback. He has an obligation, not just to the team, but to the organization. If you feel like you've got the quarterback of the future, you are not trading him. Regardless of what someone's giving you, you've got a 39-year-old quarterback. So, yeah, go get Garoppolo. It may work out great, but Bill doesn't do a lot of bad deals. So you better be careful.
I'm going to play the hypothetical game. Let's just say that he's not broken, because I'm with you on that one. If he's the one, you don't let him go. But let's just say somehow Garoppolo is out there. He's not broken. He's the quarterback. He's young, the 2 games. You say that if you can get Tony Romo in a place where he doesn't get hit much. No, you got to get Tony Romo in a place where he doesn't get hit. He needs a backiotomy. He's hurt. Every time he gets hit, he's made of glass right now. I would go for Garoppolo. I know that Tony has a better skill set right now, and I know you're talking about for next season. But if I'm going to have to play my backup. Tony Romo is not going to make it through the season. I just don't think his back is not going to allow that to happen. And if you go out and you put all of your eggs in that basket, you're going to be in the same situation playing with your backup. I would take my chances on Garoppolo.
I'm with you, though. If you want to win right now, you go get Tony Romo. Now, you better have a good backup plan in place. So whether it's you draft a young quarterback or you have a young quarterback, but then go get Tony and try to hit a home run with him.
You're going to be playing with your backup. Tony's not going to survive.
Which you might, but a lot of people said the same thing about Peyton after those surgeries. It was touch and go whether or not he'd actually make it through the next season. So, yeah, you're rolling the dice. You better have another plan in place, but you got a chance to hit a home run.
And to further your point, don't you think at this stage in his career, Romo's the underdog? You know, this is a guy who's been unlucky in the postseason. He's 37. He's really got his last shot here. And as an underdog myself, as a blogger who's made his way up, I'm backing Romo totally here, guys. He's got something to prove. Is that with your heart
or is that with your head?
No, it's also both. How about both? Because he's got something to prove. He's got 2 playoff wins in his career. He was just benched for a 4th-round draft pick. That's humbling for a franchise that really made him a star. He's got a lot to prove.
I like his point. And again, health is an issue. But he's arguing Romo will be more motivated than Garoppolo.
No, that motivation won't help his back. I don't care.
I get the
wishful thinking won't help it. The best place for Romo is Dallas.
I don't think motivation has anything to do with it. I think Tony Romo is highly motivated wherever he's been. I think Tony Romo is completely underrated. And I think Tony Romo, if he's healthy, is going to go win a lot of games wherever he goes.
Motivation doesn't matter after what we just saw from Brady all year.
You think that Tom Brady sat back and said, I want to go win a Super Bowl because I had to sit out because of Deflategate? Tom Brady wants to win because that's how he's wired.
You don't think that added to it at all?
Yeah,
no.
You know, we talk about that stuff all the time with different aspects. When you've got intrinsically motivated people, it's not about this tweak or that tweak. It's about who they are, how they're wired, and they want to be
That
great.
was exactly who I was thinking of.
Michael Jordan was never motivated.
There's a pie of motivation. Everything is pieces. And so, look, hyper-motivated person. But if you add in a little extra 5% additional motivation because of Deflategate and being suspended, additional motivation because the team that I just made a career with has moved on from me with Tony Romo, you don't think that can be a sliver of the...
I think that's an element of it, but when things get really hard, when you've got to make those tough, difficult decisions in terms of whether it's training or whatever the issue is, that little motivation, that's not what gets you over the edge. It's what's in your core. It's what you believe in fundamentally.
Let me ask you that one more then. Bill Belichick gets dumped in Cleveland. There was no little extra motivation that helped drive him in New England.
No, it was Tom
You guys
Brady
don't-
that helped drive him in New
You don't think failure
England.
drives people at all in no
Bill
aspect?
Belichick worked the same way in Cleveland that he did when he was the defensive coordinator at the New York Jets and at the New York Giants, which is the same way he was when our first year in New England when they wanted to get rid of us, which is the same way I would argue he's working right now because that's who he is. It's not about fame. It's not about money. It's not about all those things. It's about who he is. And to me, the great ones are wired a certain way. And you can throw all the other stuff on the pile. That's not the difference maker. It's what's in their core.